Hi, friends, and welcome to the library. Today, I want to be discussing the 6 books that I read in the month of September. It is officially October, which means spooky season is in full swing here at my house and will be until Thanksgiving. I've already started watching scary movies, picking movies for my son and I's movie nights on Friday. Favorite time of year, and it will last all the way until Thanksgiving because of that. With it being spooky season, my spooky season TBR is finally making an appearance. The first book on the list and what I'm currently reading is The Deep by Nick Cutter. I am 15 pages, 5 chapters into this book. I'm already really enjoying it, and I love the atmosphere that I've been put into. The sense of dread and uncertainty, and it's already shaping up to be really, really good. I'm very excited. So I'm hoping this is going to be a 5-star, but you'll have to find out in the October reading wrap up what my full thoughts and opinions of this book are. So, all right. I read 6 books this month, all of which over 400 pages. I foolishly thought that I could finish ACOTAR this month. I got 3 books done, and that was barely. The first series that I read was the Divergent series by Veronica Roth. I don't have any physical copies, so I'll put pictures of the series up here. Divergent is a YA dystopian book, and it was pretty good. I'm not a huge YA reader. It was our September book pick of the month, and I don't like to not give full series a full try, so I read all 3 books. In Divergent, we are following our main character named Beatrice, and Beatrice lives in this city where you are divided into factions based off personality traits. And then you are born into the faction your parents chose, and then before you turn 16, you take a test to place you in your own faction. It is based off of what you would do in certain situations, and therefore which personality traits shine through the most. The 5 factions are Abnegation, which is those known for being selfless. You have Amity, which are those known for being peaceful. Dauntless, which are the bravery. Erudite, which is thirst for knowledge and intelligence. Candor, which is honesty. If you are kicked out of a faction or fail initiation into your faction, you are what has become known as the factionless, which are basically they live on Skid Row, they don't have jobs, nobody cares about them, that kind of thing. Our main character, Beatrice, takes a test and finds out that she is what is known as divergent, which means she has personality traits that shine through from multiple factions. The test is supposed to narrow you down to 1. She is then told to keep her divergence a secret. So the story follows her through her initiation into Dauntless and why she needs to keep being divergent a secret, and the secrets that are hidden from the people by the leaders and higher ups that start to come to light and start to unravel what they thought they knew about their city. Overall, I think the series is a 3-star book, or 3.5 stars. Really, really good for kids ages 13 to 16, 17 area. With that being said, if you're into YA dystopian, I think you would enjoy it. I had a good time. It was a very quick read. And I don't feel like it really put me in a reading slump like most YAs have in the past. So check that out if you liked it. I had a good time with it. I am done with YA for a while, though, because it will put me in a reading slump if I read too much of it. The next series that I read was A Court of Thorns and Roses by Sarah J. Maas. I was told that I wouldn't like the first one, and I can't give up on it until I read the second one. I really, really enjoyed the first one, even if 75% of the book is a lie that you find out when the book is almost over. So in A Court of Thorns and Roses, you meet Feyre and her family, Elaine and Nesta, and their father. And they have lost all of their wealth and money. So Feyre is then, for the last, I think, 8 years, 5 years, something like that, she is having to go out and hunt and provide for everybody. Their dad was severely injured and doesn't really do much. And the sisters don't do anything either because they were raised rich where they didn't have to do any of that. One day out in the woods, Feyre is looking for a deer for food for the next couple of weeks for her and her family. And she sees a wolf who she then shoots. And it turns out to be a fae. So Tamlin, the High Lord of the Spring Court, comes to claim his debt and take Feyre back to Prythian, which is on the other side of the wall, which is the land of the fae. Her whole life she is taught how horrible they are and how manipulative, and they want death to all humans. So when she gets to Prythian and finds out it is not that way, she's a little taken aback. She does find out that there is a blight on Prythian that is slowly closing in. And so she spends the book trying to figure out what this blight is and how she can help. The second book follows Rhysand, who is the High Lord of the Night Court, and you follow his story and meeting his group and learning about Valaris, which is his sanctuary, and it's my favorite book in the series so far. In the third book, the Court of Wings and Ruin, you are following all of the characters in the aftermath of the Blight and learning, and there's a big battle scene. It's a very good romance fantasy book. It is not very spicy. It's not as spicy as people make it out to be. I have read some very spicy books, and this is not one of them. There are some scenes in there, but I even feel those are a little subdued compared to other ones out there. I will read the fifth book, which is A Court of Silver Flames, I want to say. I will read that this month as well, so I'll have full thoughts on that at the end of the month. But I feel like the first three books, the third book wrapped everything up so far in a nice, pretty little bow. So I'm excited to see what the fourth or the fifth book brings. I'm not reading the fourth book. I have heard that it is not worth my time. It doesn't really add anything to the story, and it will make me not want to finish the series because it is boring, and I don't do well with that. Overall, I think I had a pretty productive month, and I think I've read some really good books this month. I have a new series I want to add to my shelf behind me. I really enjoy the ACOTAR series, so I want to have it on my shelf to read over and over and over again. Maybe when I read it in the future, my thoughts will change now that I know what happens. So, I don't know. We'll see. But this is my September reading wrap-up. I really hope you've enjoyed watching it. I know I ramble and talk a lot. This has been so fun to have a space that's mine that I can just go on and on and on about books that I'm enjoying or not enjoying, ones I've read, ones I want to read. So that has been so much fun. If you've read any of the books that I've read in September, I would love to hear your comments down below. I would also love to know what you're currently reading. And if you recommend it, I can add it to my ever-growing list of my TBR. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Hit the subscribe button because I'm here to hang out with you guys every Thursday in the library. And with all of that being said, I can't wait to see you guys next week.